So give me a good one.
A remake.
Oh.
Oppie Prime.
Okay, so
Gundam.
I'm actually not gonna do this one right now.
Okay.
It's not so it's just
bad?
not because it's bad, only because I still want to spin the wheel to pick between some of the really good ones. I feel like after that we need a really good one.
Okay.
So if it lands on another one that I don't think is good enough for a palate cleanser here, then I'm just gonna pick one, but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Okay.
I can't. My brain is so fried that I can't not read Ganondorf as just like the mundane way that the Smash announcer says it.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Is
Oh,
Thor
yeah.
versus Vegeta bad, or is he good?
It is so fucking good.
Oh, okay.
Thor G-Dor.
Real quick, everyone look away from the screen because I see where the bar is. It might be right at the fucking death.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoops. Okay.
Hey, I will.
All I can think of is Vegeta
Oh.
in his
This
whole
episode of
speech
Death
going,
Battle
when
sponsored by
discussing
BetterHelp,
ancient Babylonian demons, none come to mind more frequently than the IRS.
I fucking love that shit so much.
The only question to ask, other than how much money they can squeeze out of the American people, is how many babies they could sacrifice to a Moloch.
I love those videos so I used to hate them, but I've grown to love them. Okay. So, we after Metal Sonic vs. Zero, which maybe I hate it more than I should, but I hate it. Thor versus Vegeta. We're jumping forward from season 4 to season 9. And this is actually weirdly a season that was
I think I stopped there.
a little heavy on Dragon Ball episodes, which they usually get are asked to tone down the amount of Marvel DC, which by the way I've been loving this current season because not only have we yet to have a Marvel versus DC fight, we've only had a grand total of 4 that featured either. But anyway, and we're at 13 episodes, so that's pretty good. But this was the season that was very heavy on Dragon Ball because we had Thor versus Vegeta, we had Trunks versus Silver, and we had Gogeta versus Vegeta, which that's only 3 episodes. However, two of those were people from the same bloodline, and then one of them is 2 of the pretty much the exact same character from the same universe fighting each other, both of which included Vegeta. Because it's just Gogeta and Vegeta were just the 2 different ways Goku and Vegeta confuse. So this was a weird season, but we didn't know about it at this point because this was episode 3. So, with that being said, Nick, do you have any thoughts on Thor and Vegeta?
Well, okay. So I I know what you sent. I don't even have to look. I have been so much more enlightened since you started this series on I have been so much more enlightened on Dragon Ball Z through your series on Death Battle.
Yeah.
And then also just talking about it, that I feel like I could say with confidence, depending on where they depict Thor here, because Thor is more of an idea at this point. There's so much lore that, especially with Marvel Thor, that sticks and doesn't stick because there's just fucking 50 years of the character.
Yeah.
So, it's basically the same thing with Vegeta, but it is more cohesive because there's only one Dragon Ball.
Right.
Think I'm already off the bat rooting for Vegeta just based on where I'm at with understanding right now.
Okay. Zach?
I like the concept of Vegeta's story. Just Dragon Ball has not captured my attention all that much
Fair. Not for
as of
everybody.
this moment. Thor, I'm not a big Marvel comic reader, but as far as the movies go, he was my favorite of all of the live action Marvel characters, I guess Avengers, in Ragnarok and Infinity War. and then I kind of feel like he got done dirty from that point on.
I can kind of see it. Luke.
Chris Hemsworth seems like a nice guy.
This is true. Trinity?
I've watched some Dragon Ball stuff with you,
Yes, you have.
so I know of Vegeta a little bit what he can do. That's all.
All right, Trinity.
So, I know a little bit of Vegeta, but not much. And Thor, I only know from watching a couple Marvel movies with him in.
Okay.
I watched Ragnarok.
I don't know if I've seen Ragnarok.
I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, Love and
the Love
Thunder.
Thunder one.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I heard it wasn't great. I haven't seen it.
I don't think you miss anything at all in terms of lore or even character development.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know.
I heard that
The best
they
thing
use
about it
80s music, which is unique with quotes around it.
That's never happened before.
This was done about a full season and like a couple episodes after Hulk versus Broly.
Okay.
So let's get Metal Sonic versus Zero out of our minds.
Thor, the god of thunder.
And Vegeta, the Prince of All Saiyans!
The sky shakes when they appear, and the earth trembles when they approach. No world can contain the power of these two gods of war.
Or their egos. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Thunder cracks, the heavens rumble, lightning blinds your eyes.
So I know it just started, but I feel like the movies for Marvel don't really give that much for Marvel characters, because mostly crazy shit happens in the comics.
No, the Marvel movies are in this episode strictly for a cool visual.
Okay.
They're probably like the
Mercy,
weakest form of the
because
character.
Thor
Yeah.
is angry.
Well, you would have if you were a Viking. Nowadays, we don't have time for myths and legends.
Oh, don't we? For in the modern mythology of Marvel Comics, the Norse god of thunder was reborn.
And I'd wager this Thor is a hell of an upgrade.
The son of the All-Father Odin, Thor lived the life of a warrior prince, battling all manner of magical foe for thousands of years.
That is, until he got a little too big for his britches. So to teach him a lesson about humility and compassion and whatever, Odin exiled him to the worst place in the universe, New York. Ooh, yeah, you can see it.
Thor's Asgardian body is immensely durable, immune to disease, and capable of healing far faster than any mortal man.
He's also the literal god of strength. We're talking lifted a planet-sized serpent strong, knocking out the Phoenix Force strong, arm wrestling with Hercules and almost throwing the Earth out of orbit strong.
Notably,
Did he
was once
win?
blasted with a
No one
graviton
won.
bomb, which subjected him to the
Okay.
gravity of a
So they're
neutron
equal.
star.
Yes.
That's over 200
Okay.
billion times greater than Earth's gravity.
And he's got
That's a
the
lot.
stamina to match. Nice. Able to fight for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield than a sentient cosmic storm? Eons ago,
I feel like the
almighty
god of
Tempest
thunder-
rampaged through the universe.
That's
It
pretty
arrived
tame.
in Asgard, and
A
after
bit.
a pitched
Like
battle,
a little bit over a
he
month,
managed to trap
like-
it
The
with
gay
the
road.
block of the magical ore Uru that he would forge into his son's hammer, Mjolnir.
Oh, what more can be said about this beautiful thing? Forged in the heart of a dying star that went supernova and killed the dinosaurs, Mjolnir's maybe my favorite thing ever. He can channel bolts of lightning.
they kill the
manipulate
dinosaurs
weather,
because they were
open
making it?
portals to other dimensions,
No, just-
and
it just
absorb
happened.
and redirect energy
Okay.
attacks. Or just suck it out of your body against your will, like with this radiation dude. The presence. Not gonna be present for much longer, bud.
He's even used 2 Mjolnirs to absorb the power of the god.
2?
Which would have
Where'd he get
killed
the other
every
one?
deity in existence
Marvel, shit
across
happens.
time
Dying
and
star.
space.
That's not fair.
It's just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements, turn Thor invisible and intangible, let him travel through time, and even bring people back to life. And if Thor wants to fly, all he has to do is take it for a spin. Literally, he throws that motherfucker as hard as he can and holds on for dear life.
And when he does, it flies fast enough to cross the entire galaxy in seconds.
Only one problem. It's a little teeny. Unlike Thor's big-ass axe, Yarnbjorn, it's sharp enough to cut through celestial armor, and it's unbreakable.
It's not
and,
that much smaller.
And
It
an
is.
axe. Okay, look,
But it's also like
doesn't
a
have galaxy
big hunk
sword
of metal
inside.
anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's still like if you put them side by side, it's pretty small comparatively.
Well,
Sure,
it's
but it's
not, okay. So there's a clarification because it also depends on which version of Thor you're interpreting.
Yeah.
But the lore is that it's not that the hammer is small; it's that the handle is small.
The whole thing looks pretty small in comparison, though.
Like, yeah, generally it's small, but also not for a 6'6", 640-pound dude. Like, it's the size of.
Well, actually, his weight isn't.
But it said earlier is what? Wait, what?
Sorry, no, unrelated. I'm sorry.
But I feel like I'm just saying, like, it's a handheld weapon, and like this axe, it's not like it's double the size of his body. It's another handheld weapon that's like it's bigger, definitely, but it's not like that thing's a little tiny thing, and this thing's like a gigantic, Final Fantasy style sword.
I guess, but
It's also kind of a joke. Like, it's not explicitly a joke, but it's like the point is that yes, it is a tiny hammer, and it's not like that big of an axe, but they pack a punch. Like it. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
An axe! Okay, look, it doesn't have a galaxy storm inside it, but it's still pretty cool. Oh shit, look, Wiz, I'm worthy.
No,
Does
you're
Mjolnir
not.
have a
There's no
galaxy sword inside it?
Yeah.
enchantment on the axe.
Well, then what the hell am I gonna do with this?
Is that Peter Parker?
But should he face an enemy beyond the likes of even his
Wait a minute,
world-shattering
that's another
strength,
feat in the
Thor
series
can harness
finale.
his-
Yes, it is, and I'm not happy about it. There's a bit in Guts versus Dimitri when they bring Guts back, where I was so happy. Boomstick tries to lift up Dragon Smasher, and can't, and it makes me so happy to see him fail to use a fucking weapon. Because him just pulling random bullshit out, it's gonna make Wiz versus Boomstick stupid. Because Wiz doesn't get to do that shit very often.
His inherent godly power into one single ultimate attack, the God Blast.
God
I hope they have to
is
narrate
Galactus,
each other's
the
analyses.
devourer of
Oh, yeah.
worlds, shit his pants and bounced at the sight of such an awesome attack. Jesus, even the Avengers seem pretty small potatoes compared to this guy. Why'd he even bother with them?
Because not every problem can be solved by hitting it really hard.
Bullshit.
That was the point of Odin's lesson, to force his headstrong son to confront a world more complex and nuanced than his millennia of battle had prepared him for. Thor had to be more than a warrior, he had to be
Big
a
chin.
hero.
He's battled Thanos, the Silver Surfer,
Kind of a double
and
chin.
even the
Like,
Sentry.
I feel like
He
he's
is
been
strong enough to contend
lacking.
with the World Breaker Hulk, a being strong enough to destroy the Marvel Universe over 100 times over.
And fast enough to demolish Ares, the Greek god of war, who can fight within the span of plank time. That's like the tiniest amount of time that we can imagine. There are as many planks in a second as there are grains of sand on Earth. Oh wait, did I say Earth? I meant 10 million billion Earths!
Thor has tanked disintegration beams trying to tear apart his atoms one by one, survived Mephisto trying to consume his soul, and even withstood a temporal rift that aged normal people to dust.
Oh, he's a hard bastard to kill, and even nastier when he loses his temper.
By entering a state known as Warrior's Madness, Thor commits
Look at the
an
CG of some of the
unpardonable
movies.
sin in
Like,
Asgardian
most of it's
society
very good.
and willingly
But
sacrifices
that
his
like
sin
black
for
eye
a
that he had,
tenfold
I know it's not just a
return
regular
of
black
power.
eye. It was like, I don't know, he's missing an eye or something.
Right.
But they just like
definitely
put black there.
That's an Adobe Premiere layer.
Well, I will say that was like it had been like healed over, so it was like just like a black mark on his face. It wasn't like there was meant to be a hole there.
Sure.
So
I'm just saying it doesn't look right.
Being a really sweet lunk that talks like he's in Masterpiece Theater and dresses like he's in What's Opera, Doc, Thor has struggled with being worthy of his father's legacy and throne. But no matter what
I love that
unbelievable
suit
shit
for
Marvel
Thor,
throws at him, Thor always
specifically.
rises to the
Yeah.
occasion.
Because
it
And
has
this
the
time,
rune
this
for
big
Thor
machine
on
called
it.
the World Engine was controlling Yggdrasil, the world tree that connects 10 universe-sized realms.
The World Engine's purpose was to mechanically trick Yggdrasil into disrupting the natural flow of Ragnarok, the end of the world.
So Thor just pushed it and literally reversed the flow of fate. That's right, he outmuscled a giant multiversal tree and prevented Armageddon. Not a bad Saturday.
And he'd go a step further and defeat the mysterious elder gods that manipulated the cycle of Ragnarok in the first place, ending it forever.
Oh, did he have like the smart head on his
Now when you
side?
look up at the thundering sky.
Yeah. I don't think it was actually Mimir.
Oh, yes.
Has, but it was something similar.
You won't fear the god's capricious wrath.
Because you'll know it's just Thor, the god of thunder, kicking
If you
ass
could put it in
and
units
saving
of
the
Chuck
day.
Norris, then it'll be a lot more impressive.
How many
Planet
Chuck
Vegeta,
Norrises?
home to the bloodthirsty warrior race known as the Saiyans, and named for their mighty leader.
I wanna throw this out there because like Dragon Ball is not perfect. It's a series that is very easy to criticize. However, in terms of this shit, this versus fighting shit, it's kind of like the best option there is. Because that's all this series is beating the fuck out of each other.
King Vegeta, noting the Saiyans' proficiency in genocide, the alien emperor King Cold and his son Frieza contracted them to be their personal hit squad, conquering worlds.
Is it just me, or are there like
But when Frieza
not that
felt
many
these
characters
monkeys were
in
getting
Dragon
a bit
Ball
too uppity for
that
their
just
own
have like a
good,
medium
he
brown
nuked them
colored
in
hair?
their
Oh no, it doesn't happen all that often. Real quick, I'm gonna run upstairs. I gotta piss.
Okay.
Yeah, be right back.
Yeah, I'd say like apart from deliberately like non-naturally colored hair, or at least a color that is not natural to like a human hair palette, they're interpreted as Japanese because the creators are Japanese. So it's like if you're not an alien with no hair, you're Japanese.
It's probably just black hair.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't think it's illegal.
The fuck
I think that's your possession at that point.
Yeah, actually, cannibalism is not illegal. It's just how you.
Huh?
Welcome back.
If you eat your husband's ashes, that's legal. That's okay. That's your property. That's your choice.
Yes. Anyway, I'm afraid for what I'm gonna find in this edit. Are we good to
As
go?
a kid, I was eating I eat a lot of paper stuff, like the wrapper to Reese's. I would eat that. I would eat napkins. I would tear off pieces of my schoolwork and eat those. And I never developed pica. I stopped doing that.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that shit too.
I just eat weird. I just eat weird food now.
I don't do that.
So all that you'll find in the time that you were gone was that I told a childhood story about how I used to chew on the frame of my bed because it was made of wood.
Nice.
And
I ne-
you can
I never
eat
ate
your
it.
husband's ashes.
Anyway, back to video. I fucking guess.
I love Death Battle.
Whole planet.
I
The
forgot
king
everything
was
about
dead,
Thor.
That's
leaving his
valid.
young son, the Prince Vegeta, alone. Burning with a grudge against Frieza for wounding his ancestral pride, Vegeta
got a flat
awaited the
forehead.
moment he could extract
He does.
his revenge.
As one of Frieza's former
got the
top
ultimate widow's
enforcers,
peak.
Veggie was trained from birth to be one of the greatest
much brain
warriors in
there.
the universe.
It helps that planet Vegeta had a gravity 10 times greater than that of Earth's, making his natural physiology significantly stronger and more durable than a human's.
As in making the whole friggin' Earth shake just by
I like that
throwing
you're just
hands.
rotating
Like
around.
all Saiyans,
Oh, yeah.
Vegeta can harness his ki, or inner life force, as a physical energy to make him even
Have
stronger,
you ever seen that? I think it's a
faster, and
seal.
tougher than
It's
that.
just rotating in the water.
I fucking love that video so much.
Shoot it at your opponent to blow him to kingdom come. That's right, Vegeta can point and click a planet out of existence with his soul. Man, that's hardcore.
He can use ki to fly at faster than light speeds, slice you to pieces with an energy blade, and even hold you in place with energy rings.
So, let's be real. Vegeta's favorite attacks can be summed up with Big Ass Laser. He's got the purple Big Ass Laser, two-handed Big Ass Laser, rapid fire Big Ass Laser, exploding ball Big Ass Laser, and fucking omnidirectional your ass is grass Big Ass Laser. Though I gotta say, my favorite is the mouth wide open vomit Big Ass Laser. Though that's more of a Nappa thing. Kinda like this.
Impressive ki mastery, Boomstick.
It hurts when I breathe.
Vegeta's
also a
most
feat.
terrifying ability,
It is a
however,
feat.
is the one inherent to his Saiyan biology.
Is that an
Whenever
STD
a
joke?
Saiyan survives a life
I don't
or
think
death
so.
struggle,
Hurts when I
their
breathe.
It hurts when I breathe.
exponentially.
Well, yeah,
It hurts when I pee.
I don't think it is. I think it's just he's shooting lasers from his mouth, and his body's not meant for that.
It's an STG
Sure.
joke
Are
in
you
our
okay?
hearts.
That's what
am I
Frieza
okay?
was so terrified of. The Saiyan's infinite evolutionary potential.
So it's no wonder Vegeta eventually toppled the alien tyrant with the help of another surviving Saiyan, Kakarot.
And with Frieza's defeat at the hands of this earthbound Super Saiyan, Vegeta had a new
Kakarot
rival
sounds a lot
and
cooler
new
than
goal.
Goku.
Come
Not saying it's a better
on.
name.
No battle required. Vegeta
But it just sounds a lot
can harness
cooler.
the rage of his
I
Saiyan
don't know
heritage
about
that.
and
Sounds like you're saying
transform into a Super Saiyan 2 and a Super Saiyan 2.
But try as he might, Vegeta struggled to keep up with Goku's ever-increasing power.
I guess it doesn't help that Veggie is maybe the single cockiest bastard to ever have existed. Yeah, sure, dude. Let Cell become perfect. Nah, we'll be fine. Hope your spine is doing all right. Dumbass.
Though Vegeta did manage to accomplish something that even Goku couldn't do on his own, becoming a god.
Once he and Goku met the
I do want to point this out, because I see people point this out, because there's like a huge argument within Dragon Ball fanbase about if Goku or Vegeta is better. And this is something that people point to a lot, is that Goku attained Super Saiyan God through a ritual, whereas Vegeta achieved it through training, so that means Vegeta's better. The only reason Goku got it through a ritual, not training, is because he had around 10 minutes to figure out what the fuck a Super Saiyan God was, how to achieve this form, and then fight Beerus. He did not have time to go training.
Okay.
So you would argue that Goku's better.
Oh, 100%. At the very
I think
least,
it's just in general he is better. Like you can see in the fights.
now, the win-loss record's very shoddy for Goku, because their first fight, it kind of ended in a draw, but Goku also had help from Gohan, Krillin, and Yajirobe. Vegeta had no one, so that's a draw. Their second fight, Vegeta won, but it was via a cheap shot from behind when Goku thought the fight was over, and Goku was hiding a higher form, so that way he wouldn't alert like a higher power, the bigger threat that he had another form yet. So that one's kind of shoddy. And then they fought again in one of the movies, and Vegeta legitimately won.
Okay.
However, unlike Vegeta, Goku has never hit his kid. Like, he didn't beat his kid. Vegeta did that.
He won the
So
fight.
Goku's better.
Beerus, they had a whole new lineup of martial artists to conquer, with some angelic training to boot.
With
Try
Spirit
not to hit
Fission,
your kid,
Vegeta can
Vegeta
forcibly
edition.
absorb an opponent's energy with every strike.
And he even learned Goku's patented instant transmission, allowing him
That's
to
a
teleport
low
huge
Widow's Peak.
distances.
But
Like, it
most
touches his
importantly,
eyebrows
with
almost.
Oh,
IP,
yeah.
he can go even further beyond.
Is that a natural
and
hairline, or do you
become
think you
a
receded
Super
that
Saiyan
way?
God? A Super
Oh.
Saiyan
I mean,
God,
he's had it since
Super
birth,
Saiyan,
so-
and a Super Saiyan
I
think he
God
paints it
Super
on.
Saiyan evolved.
His power
He
got
paints the Widow's
completely
Peak.
insane. The dude was strong enough to destroy the Room of Spirit and Time, an entirely separate dimension, just by powering up.
When Goku fought Beerus, he nearly destroyed the universe. And that was the very first time he ever went Super Saiyan God.
Considering we've measured Dragon Ball's Universe 7 to be up to 13 times bigger than our own, he'd need to be punching with that much more energy to bust it. And since the shockwaves of their punches traveled across the universe in seconds, Goku would have had to be punching that fast too.
And that's not accounting for Vegeta's training in various exponential transformations. When an amount of power is measured by how many universes it can destroy, that power itself becomes incomprehensible.
Oh, we're not done. Vegeta can tap into the same monstrous energy.
Yeah, in an
Beerus has,
aquarium scale.
destruction energy. And when he does, he can perform
The
a
mantis
cut
shrimp
and
is
erase
technically
your
as
ass from
powerful as
existence
Saiyan.
entirely. It erases you
I wanna
physically,
ask something.
spiritually.
Okay?
They often say like this attack or this character has the power to destroy like this many universes or this many multiverses,
Yes.
like in the context of Dragon Ball or other media, right?
Right.
I feel like for how powerful they say these characters are in the actual media, that either doesn't happen or very rarely happens, even when like the fight is very high stakes. Like the crazy shit doesn't happen that often. Am I right?
Yeah.
For the most part, it's kind of a thing of like, when you're at this level of power, what are you going to do? Have the bad guy blow up the universe to show it off, then what?
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense for like so the media can actually go on.
Right. But they do still have displays of it. Goku and Beerus nearly did destroy the universe.
It's like when you have two dogs on leashes, like near each other, and they're barking at each other and acting ferocious, and then you let them off the leashes, and they're just like quietly grumbling.
Maybe a justification could be like this punch could destroy the universe, but they're directing it in a way that it doesn't, and it just hurts their opponent.
The explanation for why Goku is able to, like, let's say, clash fists with Frieza and not blow up the planet or the universe is because he is such a master martial artist. He's able to focus all of the ki in his body into such focused points that it doesn't send out the shockwaves.
It's like
Okay.
thumb wrestling in a library.
And even temporally, as in it wipes you from time itself.
Such is the might of a god of destruction. For when Vegeta wants to go one step beyond, he seizes that very power. He becomes a warrior fueled only by lust for battle.
Where his
He
eyebrow go?
becomes Ultra
They leave.
Ego.
If Vegeta's
Okay.
head wasn't big
You
enough
don't need 'em.
before, his widow's peak probably.
I don't think
had
they needed them
zip
before.
code by now.
As the offensive counterpart to Goku's Ultra Instinct, Ultra
How would you
Ego
tell they're
Vegeta
angry
is a
otherwise?
veritable Juggernaut, able to absorb any hits that come his way. and
Say
return
with
them
the most
even
ferocious
stronger.
brow
It's
ever.
wild this guy has a Napoleon complex. He's one of the biggest badasses ever to exist.
In a way, failing to beat Goku was probably the best thing for him. Vegeta's whole life was spent rebelling against the humiliation of his race, trying to prove his worth by being the best. By contrast, Goku's self-improvement was never stunted by his ego and insecurities. In realizing that, Vegeta became more than a fighter, but a husband and a father as well, willing to sacrifice himself for what mattered most.
And Vegeta got a taste of that himself when he hooked up with Bulma for some Super Saiyan sexy time. Getting to beat Frieza's golden ass probably didn't hurt either. He may not always win, but he'll never be put down for long. So be sure to practice your groveling, because this is one prince you don't want to piss off.
They say he'll never be put down for long, but what if he loses the death battle? Then he get put down for long.
That's some good
Know what
ass
I mean?
logic right there. Nick, who you got?
I think I need to go with Thor. Like, begrudgingly.
That's fair. Zach?
So I didn't catch if they since updated this feat, but didn't they say like his punches almost destroyed the universe?
Goku and Beerus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost destroyed the universe, which was it would have had Beerus not been controlling the key of the fight.
Okay, but it was kind of like it was a little close, I
Right.
would say. Didn't they say Thor has been capable or has destroyed multiple?
It was
Or something like that?
It was comparable to the World War Hulk or the World Breaker Hulk, who could destroy a universe 120 times over.
I don't want to see the point in history where
Compared, which is compared to
1929
the Dragon Ball universe, which is 13 times bigger than our universe.
or 39.
So it was compared, but like compared how? Like Thor had a feat equal to that?
No, he beats the fuck out of Hulk kind of regularly.
Oh, like World Breaker Hulk regularly.
Yeah. Also
I know
doing
Death Metal
shit.
doesn't go this far, but
He also has things like the God Blast being able to threaten Galactus and moving Yggdrasil.
I think Thor wins this. I think
Okay.
it sounds not even close, but it could be close. I don't know.
Luke?
I want to go with Vegeta, but I think you guys are right. So I'm gonna agree, sadly, but I like Vegeta more.
All right, Trinity?
I think same thing.
That's valid.
Do you have any points for us to
Yeah.
deliberate and change our minds over?
So one thing for Thor is something I think it was I paused at a weird time and it was talked over a little bit. With Vegeta, it's a thing that Vegeta has. This is a point for Thor. With Hakai, where he can erase someone from existence, not just physically but spiritually and temporally.
This is true. Kai has erased me spiritually.
But Thor can resist all three of those. He can resist being erased physically, spiritually, and temporally. So Hakai is useless. As
Cool.
As for Vegeta, while Thor has ranged offenses, it's lightning. That's about it. And like he has the God Blast, but that takes ridiculous amounts of time to charge. As well as because Vegeta has a lot of ranged options. But something on top of that is the versatility in his stuff. Thor has a decent amount of abilities with his, but not much for actual just straightforward attacks. Whereas Vegeta has a whole bunch of ways to absorb damage, trap people in place, and something that was shown. It's kind of been forgotten about a little bit, but it is still a big thing. It is still a thing, and that is Vegeta has an attack that is considered the strongest single blast in Dragon Ball, and that is the Final Flash. Despite being weaker than about 6 characters during the Cell Saga, Cell was like, hey, hit me as hard as you can, and I might let you live. So Vegeta used the Final Flash, and at this point, Cell is like at the top of the power hierarchy. Like after this interaction, he one-shots Vegeta. Vegeta charges the Final Flash, and Cell has to deliberately, at the very last second, move, or he would have been atomized. So he is able to charge up an attack that is much greater than the sum of his own actual power.
That's not the charge up thing.
It does take a while to charge. He had to sit there while Cell was just like, ha, this isn't going to do shit. But it is impressive. Mm-hmm. So with those few points, does anyone want to change their answer, or are we all going for Thor?
Kai, DM me the answer. Okay.
I don't see it.
I don't see anything.
I will say, I was rooting Vegeta, betting Thor when this came out.
Okay. I've been forgetting to ask you what your initial thoughts were.
I guess I can give those super quick for the last couple that we did, just while I'm thinking about it. Because we've done, what was the first one we did? We did Bill's Highway vs. Discord. I was rooting Discord, betting Discord. Then it was, what was the other one after that? I'm drawing a blank.
It was one of the wheel spins.
Dante Bayonetta?
Dante Bayonetta. I was rooting Bayonetta, betting Bayonetta. So I was wrong twice. And then Metal Sonic Zero, I was betting Metal Sonic, rooting Metal Sonic. So we've had 3 that I didn't get what I wanted.
What business havest thou upon Earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business
Lanny
will
from
be polishing
Dragon Ball
my
Z
gloves upon
Abridged.
your face.
It does a good voice.
It's so good.
Didst that count?
Who'd I vote for?
Everyone went for Thor.
Okay.
Well,
he does have another ranged attack. He can throw the hammer.
Well, yeah. So, all right, I forgot to throw this out earlier for Bill's Highway vs. Discord. I keep forgetting I want to tell you guys the track names in case you want to look them up later. Bill's Highway vs. Discord has a track name. It is Discordant Decipher. This is Princes of Pride. It's like a Viking metal song, and I love it.
Thou fightst well for a mortal. Alas, you face a god.
Yeah, hide the axe.
I have evolved beyond gods.
Has he?
I mean, this is literally called Super Saiyan God Evolved.
I guess so.
Also, gods in Dragon Ball are kind of weird. He's above a lot of them.
That was more force on it than I was expecting that he could apply.
Oh.
It like kind of stopped it for a second. Headbutt with his big ass forehead.
Tell me, does a god such as yourself feel fear?
I legit almost asked who did I vote for again.
Jeez.
Sometimes I just get lost in the fight.
No fear, only
What did he say? No fear, only fucker?
Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's close.
No, it was only fucker. I heard it.
Okay.
You might want to shut your eyes for this next part.
You will feel is oblivion!
feel heaven's wrath.
They're both doing their things.
Yep.
Did you just say Heaven's Wrath?
Yeah.
The
Or
heavens.
is it the
You
heavens?
said feel
Okay.
the heavens.
The heavens.
Oh,
Like,
still
what?
going.
Oh, damn.
Always aim for the head.
The thing.
The thing. You said the thing.
He's squishing his cheeks. Oh. Oh.
Kerfuffle. Let it play.
Let it play. Let him get up.
Play.
Everyone
Just
gets
give him
a
a Snickers.
point.
I just want to say, like,
Wait, it didn't say
I don't-
KO yet.
It's right
It
there.
was- It says K.
it's okay.
Oh.
All right.
I
It's
just
like-
want to say
this is real quick.
that-
I'm sorry, Zach. One last thing. This is like Zach ruining my crying by being like, "Play the clip for 2 more seconds, please." After Ruby got cut in half. I'm just sitting there fucking.
She did. She got cut into flower or like petals. Her
No,
semblance
you-
is petals.
You see her body split in half, and I'm just sitting there sobbing, and you're just like, "Play 2 more seconds, Kai."
Just gotta make sure.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Anyways, while these moments were really cool, I couldn't help but think about like when it did the close-ups where it wasn't pixelated and it was like hand drawn.
Yeah.
It made me think of like when Smiling Friends occasionally does like the rotoscoping. Just
Oh
out of
yeah,
nowhere.
no,
Yeah.
I kind of get
Yeah.
that. Once again, I'm actually gonna go back into the fight for a second before we listen to the explanation, because there's
Okay.
2 things I want to point out. One is that this little bit right here, Lanny, the guy voicing Vegeta, he's done his fair share of Ki blasts throughout all of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He said that this is the hardest he has ever gone for a single attack. And
Let's
I
hear it again.
fucking love his delivery. Hold on, I'm gonna back up to the beginning.
Feel heaven's wrath.
Oh my god.
It's really fucking good. But then also, this is kind of in the phase where a lot of people doing any Marvel type projects, everything has to be quippy because Marvel is extremely quippy. So I would like to appreciate the way this ended. There is no, like, hold on. There's no funny joke. There's no quip. It's just a fucking warrior cry.
What are you talking about? He lands on the ground and he's like, "Well, that was something."
I could totally see them. There is an episode that I'm not gonna say which one because we're gonna watch it eventually. The fight ends with the character who wins. He literally just split a character in half and exploded their body. This is over a slice of pizza, by the way. And then goes, "That was bonkers," and then runs away.
That was bonkers.
So
At a certain point, the quips almost make them look fucking unhinged.
it does. Anyway,
KO! Oh, I get it. Thor won.
Go back
because
to the
of
screen for a second.
okay.
Sorry, just for a bit.
The scream of the last one.
That one or the
Yeah.
Thor one? Okay.
Yep, that's it. Almost as loud as the baby that was just staring me down at Walmart.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh, I get it.
I don't know if I like that one or the Kamehameha from Goku versus Superman, the last one, right?
The last one I do think is better, but I also think that one, we had a lot of time to get ready for that one. And I don't know what it is, because for the most part, so the guy voicing Goku in that fight is not the same guy who voiced him in 1 and 2. They got a different voice actor. And it's Michael Kovich, which if you've seen Amazing Digital Circus, that's Jax. And I'm not a huge fan of his Goku impression. For the most part, I think he sounds like Deku. That being said, that single clip of him doing the Kamehameha at the end, I legit thought that they couldn't get him to record it, and they had to pull a clip from the show.
But that was him.
It is so damn good. Yeah.
From what I've seen of Dragon Ball, at least, and I haven't seen a lot of it, I liked that one better than the ones I've seen in the show. It was powerful. It gave me chills.
Oh, the ones in the fan stuff tend to be better. I don't know why. You should finish this up real quick.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Oh, he just
Just say he must go.
It's too sleepy.
Well,
I think he might have forgotten.
That we didn't finish it.
Oh well.
Get it? Thor won because he's a natural blonde.
Despite Vegeta's
So we
immense
finally got a
power
win
and
today.
tenacity, the
Okay,
God
then
of
he
Thunder
lost.
had him outmatched in
I got a win
areas.
today
First
too
up,
with
the big one. Who was
Bill.
stronger?
Yeah.
Despite being up against the God of
How many
Strength,
episodes did we do?
Vegeta
4.
actually matched up pretty
4?
closely.
Okay, I'm half and
Both
half.
could output
I kept it even
power
then.
in excess of destroying
'Cause I got to
the
even last time.
universe.
It's always tough to get an exact number for Dragon Ball Super's most powerful characters, but we can combine the size of Universe 7 with multipliers from Vegeta's transformations to get a rough estimate.
It's important to note that Ultra Ego's power boost has never been stated, but we do know that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were roughly even in power. When Goku applied a Kaioken times 20 boost to fight Jiren, Vegeta kept up after going Blue Evolve, implying that both increases in power are roughly the same increase. Similarly, Blue Vegeta matched base Top, and needed Blue Evolve to keep up with Top's
Matched
God
what?
of Destruction form, which is
His
extremely
name is Top.
Okay.
Or I guess the official one is Topo, but in the English they just call him Top.
So they were saying
Ego
base
and
top,
Superman
like
purpose.
him in his base form.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then he has his God of Destruction form, which, because we don't, unlike the other Super Saiyan forms, we don't really have a number of how much of a power increase Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego are. They're having to do comparisons to stuff like Top's God of Destruction form, which is similar to Ultra Ego.
Okay.
Given this is the best current example of a measurable form akin to Ultra Ego, we can assume that Ultra Ego's boost in power, at least initially, could be extremely similar in terms of a percentage increase, making Ultra Ego's original state about 20 times more powerful than Blue Evolve. With that in mind, Vegeta at his peak could destroy a universe roughly 260,000 times over.
So I do want to point out that this is a little wrong, because that 13.29 should be in Vegeta's base, not in Super Saiyan God. Meaning that he should get an additional 50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan, and an additional 2 times multiplier from Super Saiyan 2.
Okay.
Would that have been a win condition?
No, but it's still lowballing him. a
Thor
little bit.
was pretty close to that. Taking a look at the Marvel Universe's size, which
I
has a
love that
radius of at
head
least a
picture.
trillion light years,
Yeah.
as well as scaling to the Worldbreaker Hulk, Thor ended up only about 10 times stronger.
Not terribly different, and it's definitely possible Vegeta's power could increase
Not
during
terribly
the fight to
different.
match it.
But
Yeah.
even if he was stronger, it wasn't the only thing that mattered. Ultra Ego's damage absorption could only do so much against an opponent like Thor.
Vegeta may have trained as a warrior from birth, but Thor has been fighting for millennia against a much wider variety of foes, allowing him to adapt to
That's an
Vegeta
interesting
fairly
point.
easily.
And the fact that Thor was way faster gave him a lot of leeway to use that extra combat experience.
Applying Vegeta's transformation multipliers to the shockwaves from Goku and Beerus' punches, Vegeta should be able to fight at nearly 300 quintillion times the speed of light.
But scaling
Jesus
to Ares,
Christ.
moving within plank time, Thor would be over 70 quadrillion times faster.
More than fast enough to avoid Vegeta's key attacks, and even more importantly, absorb all of them with Mjolnir. This
What even
alone
is a
could
number
shut
at
down
this point?
all of Vegeta's
Right.
ranged attacks.
Sure, Veggie could absorb it back with Spirit Vision, but he'd have to hit Thor first. And with that much of a speed difference, that's easier said than done. And since Thor can just will the energy out of somebody, he can just take it right back. And then some.
Even without absorption, Vegeta's ki reserves are not infinite, and many of his battles have ended with him at low energy. He was exhausted by the end of the Tournament of Power, which lasted about 1 hour in total.
Meanwhile, Thor fought an army for over a month straight.
Theoretically, Vegeta could have ended the fight immediately with Hakai, if not for the fact that Thor has resisted existence erasure before,
Curious, an army of
including
what, though?
physically, spiritually, and temporally.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had no way to match the God Blast, which could have killed friggin' Galactus. And that guy has threatened the infinite multiverse with destruction just as a side effect of his battles. That's a level of power beyond
What is he
anything
battling
we've
with?
seen in Dragon Ball yet,
Mephisto.
let alone Vegeta.
Vegeta was never going to be.
I have to go to the bathroom. So
Okay.
if you guys have anything you want to finish up saying, go ahead. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Don't worry, we're gonna carry this episode.
All right. Politics. You first.
We're doing great.
Okay.
When discussing ancient Babylonian demons.
Vor, we could bring that back.
No, but that's a Lightning Round Battlegrounds exclusive. We can't.
I guess
We
so.
can't talk about that here. Kai's fan base would call us idiots more than they already have.
Well, that's kind of funny though.
It is. Oh, can we?
I like getting hate from other channels that aren't mine.
Okay,
Do?
you have that screenshot of the guy talking about your horns on your video. When this video, if you can like find that screenshot again, or I can, when this video comes out, can we at him in the comment sections and say anything to add so that he gets notified?
Yeah, sure. If guys go with that, yeah.
Who cares? I can do it in his comment section.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that. I think it was on a short.
Then we just found it again in I don't know if we included his name, but in the Castle Crashers video.
Mm-hmm. I might still have it actually. This is the comment.
Dodge Mod.
Dodge
What's
mod.
this guy up to?
At
I'm looking
Dodge
it up.
mod.
Dodge Mod. I'm looking it up.
I do love going to people's profiles when they put hate comments. Just be like, what? Okay, what are you about then? Usually it's Roblox.
Well, you can't really find him, so I mean, I have to go to your channel.
I'll send you the link to that specific
Unless this
short.
is him. No. It couldn't be. Anyways, cool episode. I forget that Thor is not like in his 20s because of how the movie depicts him.